Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing Luffy Toro. Gear second, right? So he's got like a big hand in the front, fist, 3/4 face, and we'll try add some smoke to it. There isn't any smoke in the picture I'm drawing from, but gear second is kind of this steamy, sort of smoky thing. Anyway, if you clicked on this, you know that already. But I am on landscape paper. Use a pencil and an eraser and hit pause if I go too fast and speed it up if I go too slow. So you can change these things in settings on YouTube. That's why YouTube's so cool for drawing tutorials and stuff. You can pause it, zoom in, zoom out, all that kind of stuff. So use it whatever way you'd like. Okay, so guess, we start with the hand or the face? What do you think? We'll start with the face. Okay. So center point is here, right, on my paper. So we're just going to come up over to the left a tiny little bit. And we'll start with the tick for his eyebrow. So you'll just go tick like that. Okay. And then his eye, so Luffy's eye kind of like comes down here, top eyelid, and then this side comes down, sort of circular down here as well. Right? And then the bottom comes around like so. And then his pupil, just here, kind of up to the right. Just because of his head position, we want it to look like he's looking over to this side, okay? Underneath this eye, he's got that scar. Like so. Right, so the other eye is smaller, right? Because we're in 3/4 pose. That means like 3/4 pose means we can only see 3/4 of his face, right? So you have 2 of the quarters are on this side and 1/4 is here. So this side of his face is like half the size of this side, okay? So like the eyebrow will tick up and it'll be smaller than this one, about half the size, you know? Well, 3/4 the size maybe. Just make sure this is smaller, that's all. And then eye curves around here, the eyelid. And then the inner one, here somewhere. And then his bottom eyelid comes around there, okay? His pupil, top right, not right in the middle. And they're just black. I have seen his eyes where they're grey, but it's kind of like when he's angry they're grey or something, which is strange. Right, so then the frown lines and things, right, so we've got like frown line sort of here, and then his nose is close to this eye, right, so it comes out and in, and then like a nostril here. We could have like a couple of extra sort of frown lines just there. So his mouth then, so curves down there, and then his bottom lip curves around like just there somewhere. So you can see the center line for the face coming down here, right? And this side goes over here twice. So this side of his face is half the size of this side. Right, so this side's real wide, this side's real skinny, okay? And then our chin, just down here. So it's sort of a diagonal line here and then across here. And this side will come up to the jaw, right? So we'll go up to the jaw here, just past his eye, and then come up like so. And we can only see the jaw on this side because his head is turned away. So on this side, it goes up to his cheek, curves around his cheek, and then up sort of the side of his head, and it goes underneath hair up there, so we don't need to go any further. So we're not symmetrical. This side different to this side, and then sideburn there, and this curves around for his ear, and his ear will just go into his jaw. And then bones and ligaments inside the ear. Easiest way is like this letter J thing. But if you want to add more detail, you can add a couple more bumps and curve lines like that. Right, so there's hair. So like coming out from the side of his face here, we start adding some of these sort of spikes, right? And there's some that come right down across his face, up this way, and then down for a fringe, back up, down. Maybe like 3 or 4 of these, depending on. I've seen it drawn many different ways, and it moves in the animation and everything, so don't worry if yours aren't exactly like mine. Once you just get the general sort of direction of them, you'll be alright. Alright, so then we go up and around. So, like this kind of curves up this way. And then this one here. Like so. And then, so these spikes hang down, and then they'll start to sort of direction themselves or go this way. Orient themselves back like so, and then up to there, and we go again, another one, and then maybe like a smaller one here. Now they do start to come down the back of his head, right, and they go in behind his hand, so we'll add a couple, right, just we can't really see them all, but let's so like there, but there's like a finger here, so I won't finish them. You can draw them in if you want, and they come down to like the back of his neck just down here, but we'll have to erase them, so there's no point really. Okay, so we're going to put this hand in now before we do anything else. So like the top, his middle finger, top finger is there, right? So in line with, say, the top of his forehead. The bottom of his hand, right, we're like bigger than his whole face. So finger, thumb, down. So we're like all the way down here. So like this sort of bumping W sort of, right? So all the way down here. It's bigger than his face. Bigger than his whole head even. Okay, just a little bit. So like his whole head will fit like in here, and then there's a bit more on top. Right, so that's the scale we're dealing with. And then like middle, ring finger, baby finger. And then index kind of here. Right? So the middle finger is always the tallest, gets gradually smaller as we go down, and the index is smaller along the side. So we'll bring this down now. Down the side of his hand here, a couple of bumping sort of lines like that. And then this one will come down like the side as well. And we do like a couple of bumps just for knuckles and things. So one, up, like that, okay? And then his thumb will stick out here. So the thumb will go right up underneath his chin. So it like curves around like so. Back around here. And we'll bring it down and join the rest of his hand. So it's down into here, a couple of bumping lines. And then go up into there somewhere. You could have like fold lines for skin and stuff. Coming across the hand, you know, like if you ever got your palm red, you know, you got lifeline and money line and all family line and all that. Right? And then there's like bumps coming across the bottom of his fingers. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll bring lines down for each finger, and they're kind of bumpy. You know, you don't want straight lines. You could do straight lines and it would work just fine, but like some extra detail would be like just slight little bumps like this. Yeah, like that kind of thing. And then this one comes down like so. To there. Same thing here. These sorts of little V's down the bottom just show some skin on his hand. And then, yeah, like sort of bumps like this kind of stuff on his hand. Fold lines for his skin. Like so. Okay, so now, yeah, you can kind of finish the hair if you want. Just coming down behind that hand. You can just see bits of it back here. Not a lot. Kind of hidden behind that hand. Okay. And so that's his neck there. And then the front of his neck should be like maybe there. And you could see, should we see some like neck? I'm gonna put, there isn't one, but I'm gonna add like a neck muscle there and maybe like there, and then some hatching just underneath. To put a shadow just underneath his chin. Like that. Right, so he's got another fist here, but we'll just do like his body first, right? So his shoulder comes out from his chin. Sort of like out and down this way. And then the side of his, let's see, so side of his body, kind of that way, right? So then this is like his red clothing sort of thing, so it goes like down that way. And the inside of it comes out from the thumb down around here. It's kind of flowing, right? And it's got like golden buttons. Going all down that way, and the other side goes down here. And then a line for his chest, just here. And like chest muscle just there. Bit of a chest muscle going that way. You can see like an abdominal muscle there. Maybe like coming down and back up here. And something small like there, and like the side of his body somewhere like there. And he's got that scar inside here, so you add these sort of X marks the spot sort of scar. So it comes down past his abs here on this side and then comes back in. And around, down this way. And there'd be like a middle line of it just in here. And add some like lines along the edges just to sort of give it a texture like scar tissue. Like that. And right, so then his sleeve sort of comes around like so. That's kind of maybe the inside, and then the back of his red waistcoat comes around there. Right, so then this other fist just here, so it's like right next to his shoulder here, so you'll have 4 knuckles. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then this will go down like so on this side and down like so on that side. So 4 knuckles, right? And each of these will be a finger as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then we just go across. So we'll go, let's see, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will go up the side to a knuckle there. Maybe extend this a little bit. Add some knuckle lines across the front. Knuckle lines here across the top. And we should see his thumb sticking out here somewhere. So make it out diagonal. Down to there, back around, and underneath here. Knuckle lines, skin lines, and a thumbnail. Right, so general sort of fist. Might be a Pama's hand line just here. So, join it up to his shoulder just with a fold line there. And his armpit will be down here, just underneath the thumb somewhere, like in there. And the arm will come out to an elbow down here. So we'll bring it out down like that. And then around here. Right? And he's got like a wavy sleeve again. So like it's like real wavy. Right, and should come down here for the forearm. And then this comes up here. And it seems to have like lines inside. So like his arm goes down here. Then this has a line like in there like that. And this comes down in there. So it's like this flowing part has like some lines just on the inside of it. His arm comes down in there. Right, so what am I missing? Oh, his hat. So his hat bumps out just from here. Just sort of this bumpy sort of line like so. And then we can see the inside there. Maybe we should see another, yeah, like side of it in there. And the round part of it will kind of bump out here. And then a red round section here. And it has, you know, these sorts of texture lines on them like that. And they kind of go around on this. Like so, and he's got a string. Sort of tying it all together. Just around his neck, so you can only see a little bit of it down here. Okay, so now if you want steam, you can add sort of coming off his face. So lots of different ways of doing this. You know, so like, let me just get a different reference here with the one that has steam on it. And you can do, like I've seen pictures of it where he's like completely surrounded, you know, by the steam and stuff. So say, what's the easiest way? Well, so like we'll just like, and it's kind of like smoking, spiraling. You know, this kind of stuff. Kind of clouds or, you know, like this. So you can just like, you can go sort of nuts with this if you want. Like you can just add loads of it. These sort of spirals are good to add every now and then. And you know, just it depends kind of how you feel. So, and if you go over any lines, of course, you know, just sort of erase them, color over them, whatever you'd like to do yourself. You're going for this sort of wispy, sort of cloud-like effect, right? And it's like, just had a few more hat lines here. How much will I do? Will I keep going? I'll keep going. I think it needs more sort of lines. Like, I'll just erase some of the hand lines because I just don't like the look of it when you can see through it, you know. Right, I'll do like maybe just like two more, like a smaller one sort of here. Like another one just coming off up here. Yeah, I think that'll do. That's how to draw Luffy Gear Second. Hope it's helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.